And to start off, Enlightened Christian Gathering Church leader Shepherd Bushiri and his wife Mary will appear in the Pretoria Magistrate's Court this morning. They're expected to apply for bail after being arrested on Tuesday. The Bushiris face charges of fraud, money laundering and the contravention of the Prevention of Organised Crime Act worth 102 million rand. The charges relate to an investment in one of Bushiri's companies called Rising Estate. The ECG Church issued a statement saying it believes the state and police are acting maliciously against the couple. Meanwhile, Bushiri has also indicated through a statement that he doesn't understand the charges against him. He says he's not a businessman but a religious person who lives by strict principles. It's expected that scores of Bushiri supporters will continue to protest in front of the court building. As we say that, we take you live to Pretoria. Our colleague Sipho Stuurman is outside the court. Sipho, a very good morning to you. We can see in your background already scores of people have come through. What can you tell us this morning?
Only the truth only. Yeah.
Well, a very good morning to you, Desiree. You're quite correct. The supporters have come out in their numbers this morning to support Prophet Shepherd Bushiri and his wife as they face those fraud and money laundering charges. And the supporters are out in their numbers saying that the couple is being victimized by law enforcement and that these charges will not stick. We now know, of course, that he was arrested on Tuesday along with his wife Mary, and subsequently they appeared here in the Pretoria Magistrate's Court where they applied for bail. However, the matter was then postponed to today, Friday, meaning that the prophet has been behind bars alongside with his wife. Now it's quite interesting that a man earlier in the year that released a message saying that 2020 will be a great year for all. It seems as if that he did not foresaw his own arrest and subsequent stay behind bars. Now if my colleague can perhaps pen and show you some of the supporters that have come out here in their numbers, claiming that the prophet is an innocent man, and they're saying that these charges are trumped up and that they won't last. And perhaps let's just cross the road and see if we can get some commentary from some of the supporters here that are saying that he is being victimized. Perhaps let's talk to this gentleman here. He has very strong views. You can come, yeah, you can come say. You are saying that
in the name of Jesus, report the truth.
Report the truth
Only.
in the name of Jesus.
I don't need
report the truth
in the name of Jesus.
In the name of Jesus.
What?
The truth.
And what is the truth according to you?
You will see the truth.
What is the truth according to you?
The truth is the truth.
What about these charges that the
charges? Yes, they are there. We are saying report the truth.
All right, so you want to add to that? What do you make of these charges against Bushiri and his wife?
No, we don't have a problem with the charges that are being laid upon to the prophet. The problem that we are having is about, it looks like there is xenophobic thing whereby like you're only reporting, especially when you talk to the media, when the guys they say media, you just came and report. Especially when you hear that Major One is being arrested. There's no trial. He's been arrested since I think 2 years back.
Do you not think that he deserves his day in court so he can answer these charges and have a chance to prove himself innocent if he is innocent?
That's what we are looking for. That's what we are looking for. We need the court to take its stance. And then at the end of the day, justice must prevail. And then one thing that we also need, usually for you, the media, people shall report the truth. When we say Major One has done a lot of things here in Africa. He has changed people's lives, especially economically, socially. People that were in the streets, they are now here at church. People who were using drugs. People who were murderers. Through his preaching, through his teaching.
What do you make about his multi-millionaire status? He said in court documents that he earns about 500,000 per month. What do you make of that? Do you think he can earn such money legitimately from the church?
Man of God, let me tell you, This is just an assumption that you are just talking. No one knows.
It's not an assumption, sir. It was in his court papers that he earns that much. It's not an assumption.
Major One is a businessman. Remember, Major One is a businessman. He doesn't earn through church. If he could earn through church, how many men of God have got churches who are poor by now?
Yes.
How many men of God who are in churches that are poor? And one thing that is mattering, people are just need to investigate why an African man being rich because he has got a church. Man of God, he has got a...
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Well,
a black African person, when he becomes rich, they investigate. But a poor African man, when he's poor, they don't investigate. Why? Why don't they?
Well, thank you. Let's hope the court will clarify whether the charges will stick. Well, there you have it, Desiree. Very emotive of views here by the supporters of the Prophet Bushiri. And perhaps let's just cross and see if we cannot speak to more of his supporters that have come out in their numbers, saying that the Prophet is an innocent man. And maybe let's get some of the comments here. Hello. If you can just talk to us, why are you out here supporting the Prophet? Do you think he's not a guilty man?
No, he's not.
What makes you say that?
No.
All right. Well, there you have it. The supporters are unwilling to comment at this stage because there seems to be a lack of trust in the media and our reporting of the story. But what is expected today is that Prophet Bushiri and his wife Mary will be applying for bail. They're facing the corruption, fraud, and money laundering charge relating to over 100 million rand. That's related to their investment company. They were arrested, of course, on Tuesday, appeared here in the Pretoria Magistrate's Court on Wednesday, but the matter was postponed, meaning that they spent a few days behind bars, and now that application for bail proceedings are expected to start inside today. Desiree.
Thank you so much, Sipho. Sipho Stuurman is outside court. Molemo Wa-One Mothoa is inside, but we're going to speak to her on the phone now. Molemo Wa-One, a very good morning to you. What can you tell us about events in Pretoria this morning?
Good morning, Desiree. We are back in the Pretoria Magistrate Court this morning for the bail hearing of the ECG leaders. As you recall that they were both arrested on Tuesday, Mary at their Sandton home, and their husband then handed himself after apparently trying to evade arrest. This was after they were asked to present themselves to the Hawks offices in Silverton on Monday to discuss issues pertaining to an investment company called Rising Estate. It's reported that Bushiri and another couple who were arrested over the past weekend in Johannesburg started this company in which members of the church and supporters of the church were recruited to invest. And unconfirmed reports say that those who invested 100,000 rand were promised 1.8 million rand in 6 months. So people started complaining after the time they were given to wait for that money lapsed. We've heard that some sold their vehicles and others their houses, but these are allegations that will be, tested later in court. So what is happening this morning is that the couple, including the third accused, are appearing in court for the bail hearing. As you'd recall that on Wednesday, the state asked for a postponement because they were querying some discrepancies regarding issues like the couple's address. The state presented before court that the address given differs from the one that was provided in the last bail hearing that actually regards or the other case of money laundering and fraud as well. So the defense, however, put it before court that they were ready to proceed with the bail application, and even queried the fact that the state cannot always make arrests and claim that they are not ready. So I'm actually outside of the courtroom now, but I should believe that the court proceedings have started right now. But just to also, highlight the fact that this is their second fraud and money laundering case. If you recall that they were arrested last year in February at their hotel in Rustenburg on fraud and money laundering charges. as well as contravening the Prevention of Organized Crimes Act, in which they were accused of sending 15 million rand every month to Malawi. And it was reported that the money was transported through Bushiri's private jet, or they were using some other vehicle. So in that case, they actually appeared 2 weeks ago, in which the court then issued a trial date for next year, May.
Molemo, if you're saying proceedings have begun and you speaking to us, is media not allowed inside?
The media is not allowed inside. On Wednesday, we actually made applications for filming the proceedings inside, but then we actually were told by the magistrate that we were actually taken to the chambers, and the state, the defense also were there, and they objected to the media filming the proceedings inside, saying that we can only probably apply later, to have cameras, but it was not going to be in this matter, no, in this court, as we were told by the magistrate.
All right, we'll await an update from you later on in the day. Molemo Wa-One Mothoa there, together with Sipho Stuurman, bringing you events at the Pretoria Magistrates Court. You're watching